Welcome to the second and final chapter of the Crash Course campaign, the Truck Depot finale on Expert. Okay, so this map is very difficult. There's two parts to it. Part one is you traversing the streets of the city, trying to get to the truck depot. The second part is you defending the truck depot. Both of them are pretty tough, and so let's get to it. Just clear out this little area right here. Expect a couple specials to show up in about 20-30 seconds. It could be the fact that you cross a certain line or a certain boundary too. But like right here, if you go inside the building or around the street, there will be at least one special, then another one, and possibly a third. Usually there's a smoker that accompanies all these guys. And by the way, you will be attacked by smokers during the whole map. Hey, there he is. Okay, not really good idea to startle the witch, but it's in the beginning, so it doesn't really matter.
This is going to hell in a handbasket real fast.
That's okay. Getting the witch out of the way is actually a good thing. And we'll find Francis somewhere along the way. Not exactly the way you want to start, but hey, you take it, right? Take whatever you can. Normally, if it was a witch, we'd just kill the witch. Okay. So, make sure there's no other specials out there. Yeah, the thing with the smoker is like no matter when you kill the smoker, and it'll be back shortly. So it's like that friend who's always there. Okay, so this room actually almost always has something in it, even though it might be not very useful, but I always go this way.
Watch your back! I hear a hunter!
Okay. I mean, you can just go out and get it. It's not really that big a deal, but the safe way is just wait for him to come to a door and then shoot him through the door. You see the shadow? Yep, and then we have a spitter somewhere. Sometimes there's things in here. I don't go in this all the time.
Extra pistol might come in handy.
And there's Francis. Okay. Not very good to get damaged this early, but I mean, you really shouldn't be damaged at all. Okay. As you can see, it's just constant harassment by specialists.
Molotovs over here!
You just gotta expect it here. Just keep checking, keep listening.
Fire in the hole!
I don't really need to do that. I'm just doing that for fun. I feel like I've gotten this map down now to where I almost win it every time. The only time I screw up, or I don't get it, is when I kind of do something stupid like this. Standing here thinking that these guys are just going to run by me. Pretty stupid. It's kind of funny on this game. It's like you have to be very careful, but you still want to do crazy things. I think it's just the fun of like trying to slaughter the zombies. It makes you do irrational things. I try to play this mostly like if I was there, but you're not really there. It's a game, so it's like you'll have to feel like, what the hell. Okay, so coming up here, you have to be careful there's not a special. A lot of times there is something around here, like in this area. This right here, there's weapons here most of the time, but not always, so just always check it. I almost always go on the right side because I check inside this room here. And there's that dude. There's always somebody behind those desks. Okay. I never go in there anymore. I always feel it's more dangerous because when you come out right by some specials and it doesn't give you a lot of room. And sometimes, like, somebody will come from behind. Like, there's a ledge you jump down and you can't go back up. And a smoker, it's a great place for a smoker to come from behind. Yeah. These trailers over here, these rigs, sometimes there's like a boomer behind there. And this area right here, this whole big expanse is a very dangerous place. There's always specials coming through.
There's a smoker around here.
And I can hear a smoker. See, that area right in there is where you would come out if you had gone in. And there's a smoker up there. I don't even know what happened there. Did he kill himself? Oh, here comes a horde. Gotta find a safe spot. This is one thing I was gonna mention. It's dangerous not just from specials. It's dangerous because of possibility of a horde. Also, this is a place... Oh, take care of these dudes. This is a place where a witch and a tank can happen a lot. Not right here. I usually go in here for fire. So there it is.
Check this out.
Get one of these gas tanks to make some fire because, well, there won't be a witch this time because we killed it. There could be a tank. And sometimes a witch is like right in this area here. Okay, hunter. It's very rare to see a hunter come out of there, but there's usually specials around. On the other side of this, oh, yeah. On the other side of this truck right here, this big rig.
Smoking pot right in front of a cab.
And you could hear there's a, okay, there's also a boomer somewhere. Okay, you can climb up that truck there and go over, but it's harder because there's a lot of mobs. And you can't see them that well, so I don't usually go that way. Plus sometimes there's a smoker and it's like, you can't see him. So. Oh, and yes, there's a tank, wherever he is. Okay, hopefully he will run through the fire. Hopefully he does.
This is a nice
And this is why it's so dangerous. This is like, you can't take this area lightly. Just get, yep, you got fired. So it's just a matter of time now for him to die. We have to be smart and keep our distance, but it's kind of hard sometimes because it's fun to just shoot him. Problem is the bots will engage too close. Wow, he did that pretty far. Okay, run, 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 run. Oh, see, and that's what I'm talking about. It's like you can get a little too cocky. We're not even anywhere close to him and he almost killed Bill. Also watch out when you're running backward for smokers. They like to get you from behind. Oh, there's a smoker somewhere. Oh. Okay, so take a deep breath. We've got...
Watch out! Peel's here.
There's a spitter somewhere around here. What? Huh. That's weird. Couldn't even tell where he was. By sound, at least. Okay, so the big guys are all dead. No more tank, no more witch. And that just means we just have to manage all the rest of the normals and specials. You know, normal specials.
This is a nice rifle.
Yes, it is. Okay, so we just got to run back all the way through this.
Weapons!
Don't actually recommend that being up there because you can't see him. Okay. And stuff like that happens.
Reloading!
Wow, he's already back. There he is. I usually check in this room, even if there's nothing in here. I mean, because there sometimes is, but this is a dangerous area too, going around this truck. There's always a couple specials, like every single time I've been down here. Well, maybe not every time, but you know. So I'm just gonna do that, have some fun, see what happens. Huh, it actually worked. Okay, this is also a dangerous area. When you come in here, well, there's going to be a horde. It's usually after you go into the next room though, but it's almost always guaranteed. Very few times have I been here and that I can remember that it didn't happen. In fact, maybe it never didn't happen. It's one of those things that like you don't necessarily remember. But just got to be careful.
Molotovs here!
And there's another special. And this probably not going to be the last. Yeah.
Reloading!
Sometimes there's a smoker out there. Yeah, look on the roof too. Straight ahead, but I don't hear anything. I cleared this out just because I don't like these kind of big open areas behind me, but there are sometimes like good items and they're like that. I don't do that all the time, it's just that there was a bio bomb and I didn't really care about keeping it.
Yeah, cool.
All this area around here, there's always some mobs in the crevices, but since I threw the bio bomb, they should all be gone. Yep, you're gonna get some specials when you're around here or when you go down there. They'll come from that way.
Smoker! Somewhere around here!
So here, if you find a gas can, go ahead and throw it over into the truck depot. You might need it.
Reloading!
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. It's just a bunch of them that you don't want to stay too long. At this point, you just kind of want to go up
Cover me.
into the truck depot. And the reason I say, you know, throw a gas can over if you happen to have one is because sometimes there's no methods of fire in there. There's no Molotovs, no gas cans. I mean, and then, you know, you have to kill the tanks just by shooting them. No fire. Makes it a little bit tougher. It's doable, but, you know, with the bots it's a lot harder because you gotta always pull them away. They tend to try to go close range with the tank, and it's like, you can't do that on expert.
Through the truck yard.
Or maybe it's possible I need a good AI mod or something. I've tried a few, but the problem is I don't want one that makes it easy. I want one that makes the bots just a little bit better, not stupid. It's like maybe an upgrade from total moron to maybe average player. I think I'm using the left for mod or something. It's called left for mod. But I think I've turned a lot of stuff off on it. Okay, gotta go away from the fence. It's too hard to fight right here. It's a good spot right here with ammo.
Ammo here.
Okay, the thing to do here is just to clear out the area so that you have a place to run for the tank. You know, you never know if you leave some stragglers if you run into them later. And I'm also looking for Molotov cocktails, cans, you know, gas cans. I always say fire can, I don't know why. Fire can, gas can. Yeah, once you know where they are, then you'll have to retrieve them. So I only have one Molotov. That's good for one tank. Hopefully there's another one. Sometimes under that stairway. Okay.
Let's get the hell out
Sometimes up here on the ledge. I don't even know what it's called. I just call it the ledge. Second level, whatever. The roof. Okay, this is good. So the first tank, I'm going to use my Molotov, and I'm going to basically try to light him on fire with that. And then when the second tank happens, hopefully I'll be able to pull him to one of these, lanes, I guess. Basically, you run over here and you pull the tank, and he'll either go on the left side or the right side of the bus. Depending on which way you think he's going, you want to light that on fire. And now there's a cool Molotov with it, so I'm good. So might as well start this.
Damn it. All right.
So this whole crescendo event is actually not too complex. There's 2 stages. Each stage has a mob stage and then a tank stage. The very first mob stage is actually not too difficult. You should be able to just, get through that. And then when the tank comes, light him on fire and then run. Keep your distance and let him die from the flames while you're taking shots at him from distance. It also, you need to do that so that the boss don't get killed. The second wave of mobs is a lot tougher. You just have to weather it, and then you do the same thing with the tank.
Some crazy zombie.
So you have to kind of rely on the bots to handle things behind you, but you got to know when to drop the minigun and start helping. See, the mobs come up. Okay. The mobs will come from the windows behind you. And so it's not a good thing, but at least you know where they come from. And so I'd rather have that, I'd rather know where they're coming from so I can defend against it than being like on the bus. Not knowing what angle they're coming from. They can come from any side, they can. And the biggest problem with the bus is the bots fall down, they get down on the ground, and then they get swarmed. since we have a lot more space up here, the bots don't really fall down too much. They might go down the box though. And that's why I always choose this. I've almost won this every single time I do it. Sometimes I do something stupid, but overall, when I do the bus, it doesn't work so well. But to each his own. If you find the bus easier, then more power to you. I'm just saying with what I like to do. This works for me. Okay, so
Fire in the hole!
okay, so far so good. Okay, that was really close. I wasn't even really thinking of dodging, which would have been a big mistake. And that's how I die on these levels. I don't usually die from normal stuff. I die from stupidity. Okay, so he's dead. So the minigun, I really got some on him that time. It's not. I usually don't. Usually I don't know where he's coming from, and by the time he's there, I don't really use the minigun, and I'm more thinking about getting away. So I think that did a lot of damage to him. This minigun does a lot of damage. Okay, so now the generator turns off. So at some point you have to turn it back on. Now, you can either do it whenever you find a lull. You can do it maybe like right now, or you can wait till you're fighting the tank and maybe you think the tank's a little bit too far. Or you can wait till the second tank is dead. And from what I know, I think that if you wait till after the second tank is dead and then you turn the generator on, the truck will come down a lot faster than it was. Yeah, the bots they'll keep telling you that. Like, it'll get on your nerves. So this is pretty much the most hectic part of the whole event right here. Okay, so I hear a tank. Okay. Okay, time to run. And okay, gotta light that on fire. Uh-oh. Bad time for a horde. Oh no. That was really close. I almost got bricked. Okay. And so you can always tell he's on fire because I think so at least that he makes those weird sounds. He's like, he's taking damage. He's been on fire for a while now. Run. Okay, I'm taking a risk. But it is a... Oh, okay. And he died. Alright, so that's it. And all you have to do now is basically get to the truck. Taking a risk doing this. Just didn't really need to do that at all. All right, and there you go. Basically, it's a strategy that seems to work all the time. It's actually very simple, you know. And I just think it's maybe more about knowing where to defend and, you know, knowing what's happening. Just mobs, tank, and knowing that you need fire. That helps. If you don't have fire, you could still do it. I'm sure there's a lot of great players out there who will just, like, kill them. But it is harder. It just takes longer. And when you're playing with bots, it's a total different game than playing with players. So try to make it as easy as possible, and you know, maybe raise the probability of winning. So anyways, there you go.